Hello and welcome to your Greenwich Cardinals Stadium. My name's Ryan Dahlquist, bringing you the action today. We've got the Blue Wave versus the Cardinals and some history between these teams. Let's start out with Darien. So your Blue Wave, 9-5 on the season, 3-1 in the FCIAC division. Darien coming off of 3 wins, including a big one against Mamaroneck last Saturday, but big news for the Darien is their 7-5 loss to New Canaan 2 weeks ago. New Canaan improved to a 5-0 divisional record, first in the FCIAC, with Darien trailing slightly behind and second at 3-1. Certainly a matchup to watch going into the postseason. As for Greenwich 8-6, started off their season promising with a big win against St. Joe's, but it's been a struggle since then. They currently sit at 8-6, putting them at the bottom of the FCIAC rankings with a divisional record of 0-4. However, the level of competition here in the FCIAC is phenomenal, so underestimating this Cardinal team would be a big mistake. Their losses to Wilton, New Canaan, and Ridgefield were all battles that ended no more than 5 points apart. Certainly a lot of firepower in this program. So both teams will line up across from each other, and they're dealing with a little technical problems here at Greenwich High School Stadium, but it seems that they've figured it out as these starting lineups make their way onto the field. So let me mention real quick, you are watching the DAF Media Network, a joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. I'm Ryan Dahlquist, your solo announcer for tonight. So if you get sick of my voice, just go ahead and turn your TV systems down. I say that every time, but I don't take it personally. So we are ready to make our way into this one with the opening face-off. Now, for those of you following here, Darien has struggled on the face-off throughout the year, but they seem to have found their go-to guy as Greenwich able to take the first one. So Greenwich with a starting possession, they'll have to clear it though, and quick mention, a notable exit from this game. Brady Picorni is not playing for the Blue Wave tonight. He did not have his equipment on when we showed up to the field today, and he's standing on the sideline. He will be sitting this one out, so it looks like the Wave have Bilodeau, McBride, and Barnett now starting at attack. So a big loss there for the Blue Wave as the likes of Brady Picorni, as here go the Cardinals, dodging and maintaining that ball up top. Cutting down the wing now. Looking up, Jake Duda. Duda to X. Dodging in front and scoring. Goal to the Cardinals. And a great job there by Greenwich, working that ball to X and circulating it in front of the net. An absolutely great finish there. You got to give credit to them. Quick off the beat, the Cardinals get ahead early, and that's something both of these teams like to do. Of course, both these teams, some of the highest quality lacrosse in the state. This Cardinals team not to be underestimated, as here we go with another face-off. And Darien scoops it up with the likes of Will Bonner. He'll fake the pass and is able to work it over to Hendrickson. Hendrickson over the midline. So a big win there for the Wave. They found their guy with Jack Mariska at the X, and he gets one here for Darien. So controlling at X now, Porter Barnett. Barnett, a senior on this Darien team. He's been a big name in the program this year, loves those backdoor cuts, and has had a lot of success getting goals off the crease. As here goes Bilodeau, dodging down the alley to McBride. And Porter takes his dodge from the wing, shakes a guy loose, gets the switch, and now it's Porter against the shorty. So Bowden Farmer for the Cardinals tries his best to stop Barnett, gets good help there on defense, and it's a cycle here for the Blue Wave. McBride stripped, picks it up, moves it over. Rupenstein. Rupenstein to Briggs. Briggs McGuckin. McGuckin goes to work, dodges down the alley, can't find anything. Passes to Barnett. Good defense there by the likes of Bowden Farmer. Barnett off the two-man. He's got Farmer, the short stick matchup. So Porter Barnett, they'll switch him back off. And Darien doing a great job here of possessing the ball as here goes Rupenstein, dodging to his left, shooting, and saved by Greenwich. So a save by the likes of Ian Amaro as Briggs McGuckin dodging in. Can't quite get the shot. He'll put it back in the holster. And a broken stick there for the Cardinals gives Darien the man up for the option, and Briggs McGuckin takes full advantage. Briggs McGuckin on the step down. Here's the pass up top. Bounces on the ground. Briggs scoops it up and sidearms it in the top corner. Patience there for the Blue Wave, the name of the game, as Briggs gets that recovery shot. And a tough break for the Cardinals as that broken stick made them man down for just a couple seconds. And Darien able to take advantage. So 1-1 your score. Looks as though Gavin Pearsall is out there for the Wave, working hard against the likes of Lane Critchell. And it's a 50-50 ball in the air. No one can find it. And the Cardinals run away with it. So that's Colin Zeller now. He works his way down. Michael Brescia, the captain. Brescia, one of the players to watch tonight. He certainly is a weapon there at the attack, one of the captains of this Greenwich Cardinal team as they look to set up their offense. Your score 1-1 now with just about 8.5 to go, and here go the Cardinals. They'll see what they can get here. The inverts. So you've got a short stick covering the ex-attackman. That's Elliot Lancaster down there, as working up top now, Jimmy Finn. Finn moves it over. Defense here from the Blue Wave as Finn will make his way down the alley, rolls to his left, looking for a shot. Defense by Stephen Olvany, and that ball is knocked out but recovered by the Cardinals. So tough dodges here from the Cardinals. So far, nothing working as a strip there from Lane. And that ball hits the deck. So a decisive defensive stand there from Darien, and now they've got the fast break opportunity as here goes Bonner. Moves it over to McBride, and the Darien possession has started. McBride streaming down, looks back up, shot by Olvany, off the mark, deflected by the likes of Adam Kim, the defenseman. So Darien off the restart in the corner. So far maintaining the possession of this game as Lancaster takes that ball all the way up near the 50. He's going to dodge against Jimmy Finn. Lancaster holds it in his left, dodges to his right. He loves that alley dodge, flips it over behind. Dangerous pass caught by Barnett. Pass inside and just off the stick of McNamara. So a loose ball, dangerous ball in front of the net, scooped up by the Cardinals. Looking to clear fast break opportunity. They'll decide to dish it to the shorty. And a clearance there for the Cardinals, so they'll take it across midfield. Lancaster loses his stick. Greenwich with a touch in the box and an offensive possession to get going. So Colin Zeller with possession. Got to give credit there to the Greenwich defense as a whole. A great clear there in order to get that ball to their offense. Now, possession has really lied with the Blue Wave so far, and Greenwich with a disappointing offensive possession last time, but they have new players, a new mindset. Let's see what they can do here. Dodging to his left, dishing, and looking for the moves now. Jimmy Finn, he's played offense and defense. A shot there, save by Hagan. Off the save by Hagan, now it's Darien's turn to clear it with Lancaster. Streaming down the field, looking to take it all the way. Lancaster runs inside and just over the net. Elliot Lancaster had his eyes on the prize, but couldn't quite get it on target, and back up by Barnett means that ball still lies with the Blue Wave. So a substitution here on offense. Coming into the game, Luke Caesar. As here goes Bilodeau. Then Bilodeau rolls to his left, shoots, and just wide. No shortage of pressure here from the Blue Wave offense, but only one goal to show of it so far. As here goes McGuckin. He has that one goal for the Blue Wave. Dishes it to Bilodeau. Bilodeau, Caesar on the shot, and it'll deflect all the way towards the midline. Ref calls it in favor of the Blue Wave. So give credit here to the Blue Wave offense. It's great to see them backing up their shots, taking those high-quality shots, because possession in this game is really what's going to make that difference. So dodging here, Barnett, making sure you have an attackman there at X, because as soon as that ball goes out after a shot, the player that is closest to it gets possession. So Darien doing a good job maintaining possession. They've had possession of this ball for a lot of the game, and taking those high-quality shots. Quite a level of maturity here for the Blue Wave. So McGuckin will dodge on the wing. Looks to go topside and stripped, but recovers. Heavy defense here from the Cardinals. Help and a goal by Briggs. McGuckin. That's his second of the night. Let's look at this replay. Briggs dodges to his right and just bullies his way through that defense. The determination there from the senior captain runs his way through all of the Greenwich help through the one slide. No two slide helping, and Briggs able to run that one down Broadway, puts it away in the bottom left. So 2-1 your score now in favor of the Blue Wave. Face-off decidedly won here by the Cardinals. Looking to settle down. So the Greenwich Cardinals haven't had so much of a possession so far, but they'll look to make some moves here. Finn now maintaining up top, makes his way over to Duda. Duda to Brescia. Brescia looking to move it. So Jake Duda now maintaining the ball near the midline. He's going to work against the likes of Elliot Lancaster. Dodges to his right down the alley, works with Brescia. Brescia tries to take the opportunity. Hard defense from Connor Lane. Passing it to the left now. Dodging here, Jimmy Finn. Finn rolls to his right. Works it towards X. So dodging and passing here for the Cardinals. Haven't been able to get anything of it so far, but maintaining possession. Maintaining that ball up top, Jake Duda. Duda throws it down. Jimmy Finn dodges against Olvani, works it up top. Looks for the 1-2 pass, but can't quite hang on to it. It's a loose ball now near the 40. And scooped up by the Blue Wave. Will Bonner on the ground ball. He's been great at those so far tonight. A hard hit there, tanked by Elliot Lancaster. And Darien now with another opportunity to possess. So with just over 2 minutes to go now in this first quarter, Darien with another offensive possession. Barnett calls for a pick. He'll decide to go under. Working it to McBride. Can he find one more? McBride decides to settle. He'll work the two-man with Porter at X, as here goes McNamara. McNamara over to Lancaster. Open shot. Save by the Cardinals. So the Greenwich Cardinals playing some stand-up defense here as a hard hit delivered by Bilodeau. No flag on the play, and he'll put that one away. So the heads-up play from Ben Bilodeau. And Darien has another on the board. Let's take a look at this replay. Hard hit there delivered by Ben, but he's able to bounce that one in the top right. So not something you want to see here if you are a Cardinal. You just had a stand-up defensive play, but Darien able to take advantage of the hard ride and looks to put that one away. So heads-up play there from Bilodeau as that ball off the face-off rolls all the way behind the Darien net. Running now, that's McNamara. Throws it all the way up to Mariska. Mariska streaming down. Bonner looks to shoot, and he'll score! Will Bonner, the senior, with the snipe, top right corner. And take a look at this. In the left hand, time and room, a sidearm snipe to the top right corner, and Will Bonner says, why not me? So 4-1 now in favor of the Blue Wave, and as we head our way towards another face-off. That one decisively won here by the Cardinals. They'll decide to possess now with under a minute to go in the quarter. So Bowden Farmer up top. Works it over to Zeller. Zeller and Duda. So they're working it through their middies up top. Controlling now, Jimmy Flynn. Flynn dodging to his left, moves it over. Alley dodge and a roll. They're looking to initiate here from the midfield as a shot there deflected by Hagan. The shot delivered by Jake Duda, and a diving save from Carter puts that one away with just about 12 to go. It's a loose ball now, and Darien with an opportunity here. Porter Barnett streaming down, shooting, and saved. And it's a great save from Ian Amaro off the fast break from Barnett. That's just a few seconds on the clock, and they'll expire. No goal there for the Wave. So Barnett on the fast break, stuffed by Amaro. 4-1 your score at the end of this quarter. It's been all Darien so far, but we got 3 more to play, so stay with us here. You're watching the DAF Media Network, a joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. It's been a pleasure broadcasting for you so far. Hopefully you'll stick with us. We'll be back soon. Hello and welcome back to the Greenwich Cardinals Stadium field. My name's Ryan Dahlquist, bringing you the action today. 4-1 your score in favor of the Blue Wave. As another face-off win here for the Cardinals. Another fast break, but an impressive diving play there from the likes of Gavin Pearsall puts that one to bed. So a clear here for the Blue Wave, and if you're just joining us, it's been an interesting first quarter of play. Darien leading, of course, 4-1, but Greenwich with no shortage of possessions. They just simply haven't had many opportunities to put those balls away yet, as the shot there from Lancaster bounces wide. So Darien, having maintained a lot of the possession in this match, looks to do so here. As Lancaster off the switch, looking to dodge. Darien loves this dodge from the wing in their 400 set, as here goes Lancaster. Dodging up top, moves it back down, help from the Cardinals. They've got a man-up situation as McBride shoots that one away. So by man-up situation there, I did mean that Greenwich had slid, which means they were covering Lancaster on a 1-on-2, meaning somewhere, somehow, there was a Darien offensive person open. So whenever you're slid to, it's important to keep those eyes up and look for the 1-2 pass, because someone's open somewhere. As here goes Barnett, looking to shoot that one around the cage, but falls out of his stick. So Greenwich now looking to clear it. And that ball worked all the way up the field, tripped up. Is the Cardinals, no call on the play. It'll go in favor of the Blue Wave. As Darien with another opportunity. So Cardinals putting all the pressure there on their shorty on the clear, and Darien read that playbook. Able to trip him up in that third quarter of the field, as here goes McBride. He'll find his way over to Bilodeau. Bilodeau tripped up and stripped. And another strip there from Greenwich by the likes of Coleman Critchell. So Critchell with the play there for the Cardinals, and they'll look to clear it again. As here goes Ryan Brennan. He'll throw it all the way across the field to Zeller. And Zeller gets the touch for the Cardinals. So a successful clear here from Greenwich. Darien's ride has been pretty detrimental so far. It's resulted in a goal from Bilodeau and certainly messed up a lot of offensive possessions here for the Cardinals, as no lack of pressure here from the Darien defense. So Greenwich settles in for its possession, but Darien pushing out, applying a lot of pressure here. As Greenwich will work it around, look for a dodge somewhere. Who wants to take it? That'll be Colin Zeller. Looking to dodge here against Bonner. Dodges to his left, rips a shot just wide. So the dodge from the wing here from the Cardinals. It's really a page out of Darien's playbook, but let's see if they can work on it today. He's maintaining that up top. Michael Brescia. Brescia off the switch. Now it's Jake Duda. Back to Brescia. He'll work the two-man game up top. A pick by Duda. Brescia over to the wing. Shot and scored. Jimmy Flynn, the senior for the Greenwich Cardinals, off the time and room. And take a look at this form here. Steps into his shot, brings his arms out, gets some torque on that shot, and pings it in the top right corner. Textbook there from Flynn. And he'll sneak that one past the likes of Hagan. And it's a 4-2 game here now with just about 8:30 to go in the half. So an important play there from the Cardinals. Now this team has not had so much success in the past, but we know they have the potential here taking down some pretty big teams in the FCIAC to some pretty late and close games. And that 4-2 score, not so much in favor of the Blue Wave, only 2 goals in between these two teams. As the Cardinals able to get that ball back. Impressive face-off win there from Darien. That was Pearsall who ran it down, took the shot, but just couldn't quite recover it. So it's Greenwich now, maintaining that ball in their offensive zone. Looking to dodge, Colin Zeller. He's got a step heading down the alley, saved by Hagan. So shouts here from the Darien sideline, but that ball will maintain in possession of the Greenwich Cardinals. So dodging from the side here, Jimmy Flynn. Flynn with a goal tonight for the Cardinals, working against Olveni. Flynn moves back to his left and passes it away. He'll look for the redodge now, motioning to his teammates. Greenwich in a set, trying to create confusion there on the crease. Flynn moves it to X. And a flag is down on the field. Maybe a high hit there on Olveni. As dodging and streaming down, looking for the shot. That was Colin Zeller, deflected off of Hagan. So we'll wait for the call here from the referees, but it looks as though it will be on number 28, Stephen Olveni. So with just over 6 to go, the Cardinals will have their first man up of the game. Now Olveni is Darien's man down short stick midi, so Lancaster locking off the crease. They'll play a 5v4. Just kidding, Elliott bounced off. But they're looking to string up there, and a shot deflected off the likes of Lancaster, diving for it, but can't quite get there. So Lancaster looks to clear now. Here goes Elliott Lancaster. He'll decide to maintain the ball here as he rolls it up towards the midline. So a kill there for the Darien man down defense. And now it's up to the offense to kill out the rest of this penalty. So 10 seconds left to go before we're even strength. And finally, we are even strength out here on the field. So Luke Caesar makes his way onto the turf. Now it's Darien's turn to pressure on offense. So it's Rupenstein up near the 50. Dodges top side. Move there by Rupenstein. The shake and bake buys him a step. Moves for the 1-2 and just glances off the stick of McGuckin. So an interesting dodge there from Rupenstein. Now, when you're dodging from up near the 50, especially in a high-level lacrosse environment like this one where the defensemen know what they're doing, Rupenstein isn't necessarily looking to beat his guy right out. He just needs that half step. And when you have that half step, you have so many opportunities in front of you. So Rupenstein gets that half step, looks to move it 1-2, 2 more passes over to McGuckin, and McGuckin just can't quite hold on to it. But some textbook offensive lacrosse there from the Blue Wave. So the Cardinals will slow it down now, trailing 2 with just under 5 to go in the half. So they'll maintain possession now. as Jimmy Flynn holds that ball on the wing, moves it up to his teammate Jake Duda. So Flynn will get out of his way, and Duda looks to take this one. The roll dodge can't quite get past Rupenstein. Up top, moving that over, Michael Brescia. Brescia back to Flynn. Flynn beats his man, and Briggs comes back with the trail check. So an impressive play there from McGuckin. Gets that ball back here for the Blue Wave. Working his way down. McNamara tries to take it all the way, and he does. Mark McNamara, the junior defenseman, he's been stellar for Darien this year and puts another one on the board here for the Blue Wave. So the stinger on the hip there of the goalie, and McNamara makes this one a 5-2 game. Now, we've seen throughout the year, Mark McNamara loves to run that one down. He's not afraid to take that shot. Not one you see so often from long poles. They often like to dish it off to those attackmen, see if they can do anything with it. But McNamara, not afraid to take those step downs, and puts another one on the board here for the Blue Wave. So with 3:30 to go, the Cardinals win another face-off. As Bowden Farmer takes it towards the wing, up top to Colin Zeller. So Greenwich has loved the dodge from these middies, as a missed pass there favors the Blue Wave. And here goes Lancaster. And Darien will take a timeout. So the missed pass from the Cardinals gives Darien another possession with just about 3 minutes to go. And we'll see what they can do with this one. We're going to take a brief break here at DAF Media, which is, of course, a joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. I've been told to say that many times because it's very important. We're going to take a brief break here. We're going to go to commercial, but we'll be right back. Just about 3 to go here in this first half. An exciting first half of play. Don't go anywhere.
DAF Media is actively seeking financial support. Founded in 2017, DAF Media has quickly become Southwestern Connecticut's source for quality sports, arts, and community programming. If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network and want to help us continue to deliver high-quality broadcasts while teaching lifelong STEM, communication, organization, and leadership skills, please email us at sponsor@dafmedia.org.
And welcome back to Greenwich Stadium. With just about 3 minutes to go, it's 5-2 in favor of the Wave, and they'll look to make this the last possession of the half. So up top with Lancaster. And Darien coming out with an interesting set here. They've got 2 players on the crease looking to create some confusion in there. The other 4 surrounding in a sort of diamond formation, as Lancaster will look to initiate here from the top. So Lancaster dodging down. Rotation from X on the Blue Wave. This is their 400 set. It's where they have 4 players in that crease and wing area, one up top and one at X. And now hung up at X here is the Blue Wave. So Darien looking for cutters, finds one, and McNamara can't quite get that one on target, but backed up here by Darien. That's Ryan Thurlow there at the X position. Works it up to Lancaster. Lancaster working hard against the likes of Adam Kim. Kim with great defense here, and Lancaster will be forced to move it. So Darien looking for that wing dodge. They love it. They'll try it here. Dishing that one over to Barnett. Barnett off the wing, shake and bake, running top side. He's got 3 players on him. Dishes that one back over. The shot by Wes Scallon, saved by Greenwich. So the save there by Amaro. And with just about 1:20 to go, Greenwich takes this timeout. So it's been an interesting end to this first half so far. Greenwich with a stand-up defensive play there. And, of course, the great save by Amato gives them this opportunity now. Trailing 5-2, the pressure is on to make something happen. Momentum certainly lies with Darien, but we know this Greenwich team has the potential to take this game to a very interesting final. So 5-2, 3-goal differential. They'll look to make it closer here with their last possession, hopefully for them, of the half. As Darien will make their way back onto the field, waiting here for the Cardinals.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget we do have a small concession stand with refreshments and some snacks located by the patio on the bottom of the bleachers. And we're going to have a very exciting halftime show by our GYL U groups. Thank you.
So the Cardinal offense will make their way back onto the field. Certainly got some sort of play in mind here, dreamed up by the likes of Coach Bobby Lutz. So they'll blow the starting whistle, and here comes the Cardinals' opportunity to reciprocate. Up top with Zeller. Zeller working against Bonner. He'll dish it up top to Flynn. Flynn with a goal on the night here for the Cardinals. They'll look to work the 2-man matchup as a shot there by Zeller stings the top right corner. And we'll take a look at this replay here. Well, that's not quite the shot we just saw, but a great shot there by Zeller. Stings that top right corner, and he gets it through the 2-man game with Flynn. Now, working off that pick, Zeller's able to create some separation, and what we see in a lot of elite level and high level lacrosse players is that they don't necessarily need to be wide open to take those shots. They just need that separation. And that's a key word that a lot of these coaches will say. You just need that separation, that few feet to get your hands free and rip that one. And, of course, Zeller's going to go ahead and take that and put it away in the top right. So 5-3, your score in favor of the Blue Wave as a timeout is called on the field. We're going to take a quick break here at DAF. We'll be right back. We've got a lot of great game left to play here. Greenwich coming up from 5-1 to 5-3, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right here. I'll be right here. It's pretty great out here. Don't go anywhere. So we're back here at Greenwich Stadium with DAF Media, and the Cardinals now with the possession with just under a minute to go in the half. So it's 3-5 your score in favor of the Blue Wave, and Greenwich able to tag along here with some key goals. Running around with it now, Colin Zeller. He just had an electric time and room zinger to the top right that brought the Cardinals to their 3-point. As here goes Zeller, dodges to his left, shoots, and puts another one away here for Greenwich. Colin Zeller, the junior, with the alley dodge, able to get his hands free and stings that one in the same place he did just a few short minutes ago. And it's an absolutely electric goal here for the Cardinals. You can hear the crowd. The momentum is starting to shift now as they're chipping away at that Darien lead. So the goal there by Zeller, he's able to get just a half a step there on Bonner, dodging down that alley. And like I said before, when you're at this level of lacrosse, these guys don't need to be wide open. They just need enough separation to get their hands free. And the guys who are the most successful are the ones able to bounce off and get that separation, as the shot there by Adam Kim falls into the stick of Hagen. And with that, we'll take our halftime break. Just a quick reminder, you are watching the DAF Media Network. It's a joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. It's been quite the first half. And for those of you who've joined since I've said this, my name's Ryan Dahlquist. Very, very excited to be bringing you this broadcast on this fine Saturday night. Hopefully you've got something going on after this. So we're going to take a quick break here at DAF. We'll be right back. We've got an exciting second half to come.
Are you enjoying this broadcast? If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network, please help support us with a donation. DAF Media is committed to education and broadcast excellence. Your support allows us to keep bringing you high-quality community programming while giving our student volunteer broadcasters hands-on STEM experiential learning of all parts of computer networking and video production. Your donations help pay for equipment, insurance, transportation, and our award-winning advisor, and make these broadcasts possible. To donate, you can scan the Venmo QR code shown here or visit our website at dafmedia.org/donate. The link to donate is also in the description of this YouTube video. For those of you who prefer a more traditional approach, checks can be made payable to DAF Media and mailed to the address shown here. Any donation of $1,000 or more will be recognized as sponsors of our broadcasts for 1 year. Feel free to pause the broadcast to write this down. Thanks for watching and supporting DAF Media.
The Darien Foundation was founded in 1998 by Richard and Maureen Chilton, and the thesis behind that founding was to bring technology to the Darien public school systems. And that launched us, and that got us going, and through technology and capital project initiatives, we've now funded over $5.5 million over the last 24 years to build a better Darien.
Our board really likes to get involved and assist the partners that we collaborate with, whether it's a grant for a youth project or a grant from a community service, schools, the police. Often they come to us with ideas that we help them bring to fruition.
The Darien Foundation recently awarded the Darien Police Department 2 grants. One was for laser shot and the other for Faro technology. Laser shot technology is based on decision making. It may come down to using their firearm, but in reality, we would like them to talk the situation down where you use less lethal force, and this program allows us to do that.
Police, drop the gun!
Faro technology gives us a 360-degree view, catching all the points we need to catch in our accident scene. It also takes a lot less time. This allows us to open up roads, get traffic flowing a lot quicker than we ever used to be able to. We can also map the inside of buildings. We can use it at outdoor crime scenes, indoor crime scenes. It's really used for a plethora of investigations. It's a tool that most other departments may not have their hands on just yet, and thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have that technology.
At Home in Darien is a nonprofit organization that helps senior citizens to remain living independently in their home and in the community. We provide important services to help them do so, such as transportation. Thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have this amazing new van, and we are so excited about it and what it'll do for the community.
From all standpoints, this is going to be a real improvement in the services we provide, both in terms of safety and comfort. The Darien Foundation is important to the community in the scope that they reach out to answer needs.
Post 53 is the town's ambulance service. We respond to over 1,600 emergency calls a year. We're a vital service that has been here for 51 years. The technology upgrades provided by the Darien Foundation has been a game changer for us. It's allowed us to improve our training. It has helped us hone our skills. You don't know how important an ambulance is until you actually need it. Thanks to our partnership with the Darien Foundation, who's provided all this technology and several grants throughout the years, we're able to continue to be prepared, to be well-trained and well-staffed, to respond 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, whenever you need it.
The Darien Foundation is really excited to be able to launch a new program for the Darien schools, which will benefit students K through 12 in all 7 schools. This is the new robotics program, which will be an extracurricular opportunity for students to build robots, compete against other leagues, and collaborate together.
Our robotics program is going to benefit students in so many ways. In regular classes, students are always looking for the right answer, that there's only one way to answer something. Robotics is completely different. In robotics, you learn that there are multiple solutions to every problem. You learn that you have these obstacles that you have to overcome. You have to really be a creative problem solver. And most importantly, you need to persevere.
Early on in the process, the Darien Foundation reached out to administration and the offer to provide funding for a project, and it just dovetailed beautifully to the goals of the strategic plan. I look forward to continue to work closely with the Darien Foundation, both on this project and other projects down the line.
We welcome ideas for possible grants. We'd like to do grants that promote and strengthen our community. Sometimes it's from an organization, sometimes it's from our emergency service partners, or it's from the Darien Public Schools. One of our most popular grants, which was the Playground by the Sound, came to us from 4 Darien moms who said, let's get together and figure out how to build this.
Thanks to the generosity of our board members and officers, every dollar you give to the Darien Foundation goes directly to the grants that we're supporting. I invite all of you to help us move our community further and support the Darien Foundation.
Are you enjoying this broadcast? If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network, please help support us with a donation. DAF Media is committed to education and broadcast excellence. Your support allows us to keep bringing you high-quality community programming while giving our student volunteer broadcasters hands-on STEM experiential learning of all parts of computer networking and video production. Your donations help pay for equipment, insurance, transportation, and our award-winning advisor, and make these broadcasts possible. To donate, you can scan the Venmo QR code shown here or visit our website at dafmedia.org/donate. The link to donate is also in the description of this YouTube video. For those of you who prefer a more traditional approach, checks can be made payable to DAF Media and mailed to the address shown here. Any donation of $1,000 or more will be recognized as sponsors of our broadcasts for 1 year. Feel free to pause the broadcast to write this down. Thanks for watching and supporting DAF Media. Are you enjoying this broadcast? If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network, please help support us with a donation. DAF Media is committed to education and broadcast excellence. Your support allows us to keep bringing you high-quality community programming while giving our student volunteer broadcasters hands-on STEM experiential learning of all parts of computer networking and video production. Your donations help pay for equipment, insurance, transportation, and our award-winning advisor, and make these broadcasts possible. To donate, you can scan the Venmo QR code shown here or visit our website at dafmedia.org/donate. The link to donate is also in the description of this YouTube video. For those of you who prefer a more traditional approach, checks can be made payable to DAF Media and mailed to the address shown here. Any donation of $1,000.
So we're jumping right into it here at Cardinals Stadium off the face-off. It's been an interesting first half. Your score 5-4 in favor of the Blue Wave with a couple, I believe 4 unanswered Greenwich goals late in the first half to bring them all the way up to 4. So Darien still in the lead, but momentum certainly lying with the Cardinals going into halftime. I want to take a second to shout out our DAF Media crew tonight. We've got Thomas Airbar, Eric and Jason Bellingham, Koopa Kelly, Damian Andrew, our supervisor, and my name's Ryan Dahlquist. Glad to be bringing you the action today. We've got a great game going on out here, as only one goal separates these two FCIAC powerhouses. Controlling up top, Jimmy Flynn. We've heard his name a lot tonight. He's been certainly one of the players to watch here for this Cardinal team. Dodging now, Brescia. Brescia gets top side, looks to move. It's Conrad Burke now. Running down. Passes that ball up top, deflected by Darien, and they'll get the possession. So the penalty was called there. It was an offsides penalty, I believe. It will go in favor of the Cardinals. I do apologize. I didn't see a flag on the field there. I don't think our team was able to see that one, but there was a flag on the field, and the Cardinals will have their second man up of the night. Their first one didn't end up so well for them, but we'll see what Greenwich can do now. Trolls. Greenwich at X, looking to move it up top. They're moving faster now. Rotation in the middle. Darien so far holding strong. Stringing off that center, looking to move it inside, but can't quite make connection, and now it's Darien with the fast break. Briggs McGuckin moves it over, shot by McBride. Bounces wide, saved by Amaro. So Darien will enter the field even strength, running out that quick 30-second penalty, and now they're gifted another possession here. Another good kill there by the Darien defense. As controlling now at X is Barnett. He'll look to dodge, works the two-man with Caesar. Barnett gets a step, shooting, and hitting the outside of the net. That one looked like it was in for a second. That one will bounce wide. Give credit here to the Greenwich Shorties. They've been tasked with the clearance, basically single-handedly. But the Cardinals able to work that one around. And they'll get that ball in possession of their offense. So another Cardinal possession. Trailing by one now, with just about 9 to go in the third. Up top, Jimmy Flynn. Flynn moving it to Duda. Duda will dodge right off the get-go. Jake Duda off the inverse at X. Looking for a step on McGuckin. He'll shoot over his head, but saved by Hagan. So an impressive shot there by Jake Duda. Puts that one on net, shooting over the head of McGuckin, but Hagan was there ready to receive. So Darien with a successful clear here. Looking to get that ball out of the stick of the long pole, Jake Hendrickson. Hendrickson looking to flip it, runs into some trouble. Finally able to find an option with Olveni. So athletic play there by Hendrickson, maintaining possession of that ball. The Cardinals looking to trap him there in the Darien offensive zone. Darien now controlling possession. They've been able to possess this ball the majority of the game, as here goes Rupenstein. They have struggled against this Greenwich defense. Certainly a formidable opponent out here. As here goes Bilodeau, looking to dodge from the wing. Bilodeau gains top side, shooting, and just wide. So the top side shot from Bilodeau off that set, certainly a lethal one there. As here goes Barnett. So Barnett looking to dodge. Passes it up top to McBride. Can't get anything off the X invert. As here goes McGuckin. Briggs McGuckin looking to invert. They'll switch a pole onto him, but that puts Bowden Farmer the short stick on Porter Barnett. They'll switch again. Certainly don't want a short stick there at X. It's a dangerous situation to be in. Up top with Rupenstein. Rupenstein looks to move to McBride. McBride trips up, jumped. That's number 20 on the Greenwich Cardinals. I got to give an apology to number 20. He's been having a great night, but his name's just not on the roster I've been provided. So shout out number 20. If you see him, tell him he had a great game. I don't know your name, dude. Maybe I'll learn after. As here goes McBride looking in and shooting. Goal, Darien. Max McBride dodging down the alley. The sophomore attackman makes his way through two defensemen off that alley dodge, gets himself completely wide open and switches to his left hand for the better angle, puts that one away, and gets Darien another goal. So 6-4, your score here in favor of the Blue Wave. Darien sticking with Pearsall, and Pearsall will win it here for the Blue Wave. A touch now in the box for Darien, and so far this half, they've really done a great job of maintaining that possession. And you've heard me say that a lot, but possession in a game like this is so crucial. Darien having struggled on the face-off this year, but able to take advantage of all those clearing and riding and transition opportunities, and of course take smart shots and passes, making sure to hang on to that ball as the shot by Elliott backed up by Darien. So Darien now looking on the inverse. Controlling now, that was Caesar. It'll make its way up to Lancaster, and Lancaster will look to take this one on the two-man with McNamara. Lancaster fires that one over to Caesar. They're looking to dodge from up top. It's Connor McNamara, guarded by the mysterious number 20. McNamara can't get anywhere on him. So the two-man at X. It's Caesar. He's looking for the shot. Fake pass. Works it back down. Wes Scallon now. Pass it over to Lancaster. Lancaster puts it back in the holster. Time and room. And a save by Amaro. Ian Amaro has been lights out for this Cardinals defense so far tonight. Comes up with another big save and keeps that goal deficit to 2. Greenwich having trouble clearing, looking to move it, and finally will make their way down the field. Colin Zeller, he's had 2 big goals here tonight for the Cardinals, both coming late in the first half and chipping away at what was at that point a big Darien lead. He'll look to put his name on the score sheet again here. He's working against McNamara, and he'll pass it down to the likes of Michael Brescia. Brescia on the wing, working against Lane. He'll move it to X. Dodging now, can't quite get anywhere with it. Unfortunately, we do have another mysterious man out there. We don't have number 12 on this roster, but he's doing great as he makes the pass, the one more, and the redodge. Greenwich maintaining this possession now with just about 3 minutes to go in this third quarter of play. It's Jake Duda now working it down. A lot of movement there on that backside for the Cardinals. And a big check there thrown by Lancaster, but it'll be held on to. The shot and goal for the Cardinals. Goal by number 9. God bless you, I don't know your name. I'm so sorry, these are the rosters we've been given, but you did a great goal, and I'll have to come congratulate you after this one. So he takes a big hit from a Darien defender after it and puts that one away, stings it in the bottom right corner. So 6-5 now, your score, still in favor of the Blue Wave, but Greenwich certainly no lack of momentum on their side. So the 50-50 on the face-off wing, and these ground balls so crucial. Still fighting. That ball still loose, stripped, and a penalty is called. It'll be in favor of the Cardinals. So some contact there, a lot of contact on this play. Not sure where the penalty was. Oh, there it is. And it's going to be a late hit on Mariska. Hits the guy who doesn't have a stick. And it's the third man-up possession now in favor of the Cardinals. Their first two didn't quite turn out so well. But they get a third try at it. Third time's the charm here, as the Cardinals will make their way out onto the field. Now their first man up ended pretty quickly. I believe there was a pass intercepted on that one. The second one, they tried to feed it to crease and couldn't quite hang on to it. Let's see what they got here on their third one. Darien stringing now on defense. So that stringing on defense, that's where Bonner, that point defenseman, is moving in between the crease and the top. And the shot and goal there for Jimmy Flynn. So Jimmy Flynn, the senior on this Greenwich team, gets his name on the score sheet again with an electric one here for the Cardinals. Now, when you're on defense, especially in a man-down situation, it's easy to get to lose that lower attackman. And Jimmy Flynn, guys in that position can be so good at sneaking their way behind a defenseman, trying to get those mini back cuts in, and Flynn finds himself wide open on the crease, one-on-one with Hagan, has the composure to put it away. So we are tied here at Greenwich Stadium for the first time since early quarter one, and Greenwich crawling their way out of a 5-1 deficit as the Cardinals look for another quick shot and a goal. Mysterious number 12 coming into play. So off the quick reset on the face-off, Greenwich looking to waste no time. Now, it's an interesting case study here. When you're carrying that ball on offense, make sure you keep your eyes up, as for any young players out there, because there can be opportunities to move that ball to a dangerous location, whether it be on the crease or to an attackman off the back cut. So in that case, give credit to Brescia. He'll run down looking for an option, gets one on the crease, and Greenwich able to put it away. So for the first time in this game, I believe since their first goal, Greenwich takes the lead. So it's another scrum here in the middle of the field, and Brescia clears it up for the Cardinals. And momentum has certainly picked up in this one. It was all Darien basically in that first half, and it started to change momentum in favor of the Cardinals. Now they're in the lead, and they're looking to run out the rest of this third quarter with the final possession. So you got to give some credit to the Cardinals here for clawing themselves out against a team like Darien. Not the easiest thing in the world. As Greenwich now maintaining at offense, they'll look to make this the last possession of the quarter. And Darien playing still an aggressive defense. Colin Zeller now. He's looking to work against McNamara. Trying to get a step down the alley. The slide from Darien, the double team, the triple team, and that ball is stripped. Picked up by Olveni, slung down the field. Accurate pass, shot in. And he was looking for Porter Barnett in front of the crease. Couldn't quite connect. So it's been an absolutely electric third quarter. Let's look at this replay. The 1-2-3 here from Darien, from Olveni to Thurlow, looking for Barnett. That pass was almost a shot on net. Folks, it has been, as I said before, absolutely electric out here. Momentum shifting in between Darien and Greenwich. We are going to take a quick break now here at DAF at the end of this third quarter. And let me say it again, you are watching the DAF Media Network, a joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. That's number 5. For anyone watching, please stay with us. We have an incredible fourth quarter of play coming up. 7-6 your score in favor of the Cardinals. Don't go anywhere.
Are you enjoying this broadcast? If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network, please help support us with a donation. DAF Media is committed to education and broadcast excellence. Your support allows us to keep bringing you high-quality community programming while giving our student volunteer broadcasters hands-on STEM experiential learning of all parts of computer networking and video production. Your donations help pay for equipment, insurance, transportation, and our award-winning advisor, and make these broadcasts possible. To donate, you can scan the Venmo QR code shown here or visit our website at dafmedia.org/donate. The link to donate is also in the description of this YouTube video. For those of you who prefer a more traditional approach, checks can be made payable to DAF Media and mailed to the address shown here. Any donation of $1,000 or more will be recognized as sponsors of our broadcasts for 1 year. Feel free to pause the broadcast to write this down. Thanks for watching and supporting DAF Media.
And welcome back to Greenwich Cardinals Stadium Field. We've got 12 minutes left in this one, and right now the Cardinals are leading 7-6. It's a beautiful night for lacrosse out here in Greenwich, Connecticut. They've got an awesome press box. Not going to lie, shout out the Greenwich Athletic Department or whoever funded this. It's pretty sweet up here. As Greenwich winning the face-off, they'll have the first opportunity for a possession in this quarter. That's Jimmy Fallon now looking to dodge. Aggressive defense provided by Olveni. Streaming down now, off the pick, looking for some separation. Colin Zeller, they've got a goal with those pick separation plays for him so far, but Darien able to close up those gaps. So they'll look to dodge with Jimmy Flynn. Flynn working against Olveni. Olveni standing up. Dodging down now, shooting and scoring. Colin Zeller. Who would have seen that one coming? Now let's take a look at this replay from Zeller. He works towards topside on McNamara, runs it back down the alley, and then stings it right through the legs of Hagen. What a stand-up play there from Zeller. You could hear his name being chanted in the crowd, and just an athletic shot from the kid. Not much more you could do on defense there. McNamara had him within the acceptable space, I guess, but Zeller able to just generate that separation. And that's something that really separates those good players from those great players. As streaming down the field, shooting, and hit by Hagen. Collision there between, it looks like Lane Critchell and Carter Hagen, and the refs are going to blow this one dead as Critchell stepped in the crease on that shot. Now that should be a free clear in favor of the Blue Wave, and it will be. So Darien now with the possession. They were in control of this game, but Greenwich now leading 8-6. Greenwich, the underdogs of this matchup, but who doesn't love a good underdog story? As Darien looking to regain what they seemingly lost in the last part of this third quarter and the beginning of the fourth. They'll look to dodge from the wing now with McGuckin. McGuckin slowing it down. Darien getting into their 400 set with 4 guys around the crease. They'll adjust now, creating an open lane here for McGuckin. He'll look to dodge, create confusion. And a shot from McGuckin just wide, backed up by the Blue Wave. It's a good take there from McGuckin off the designed play, as Barnett will take his crack at a wing dodge. Barnett off the pick. He's streaming around top side. Can't quite get it. Moves it over to Rupenstein. Rupenstein looking top side. Slide from Greenwich. Forces him to move it. And a good communication here from this Cardinal defense as Bilodeau gets space. Moves to McGuckin. Shooting and saving, but off the recovery, a score for the Blue Wave. Number 6, Ryan Thurlow. So some chance here from Darien as they get their first crack at a redemption to this Cardinal Wave. Thurlow off the reflection of that shot. And you can hear the student sections going back and forth. They're sitting on the same side of the stadium, just on my left and my right here as I'm at center field. So the goal by Thurlow puts Darien at 7, trailing by 1. And the hit there delivered from the Blue Wave. It's a clean one. And that ball will roll out of bounds. It'll be in favor of Darien. And this game has certainly matched the expectations of excitement out here, as one goal separates them. Now, as we said at the start, this Greenwich team, not the most impressive record in the FCIAC, but when you dive deep, they've taken some very good teams to some very close games. As here goes Porter Barnett, dodging down, working it towards X. Thurlow works it up to Bilodeau. Bilodeau dodging topside, shooting, and just wide. Recovered here by the Blue Wave. Ryan Thurlow. They'll look to maintain possession here with just above 8 minutes to go now in the fourth quarter. Thurlow working with Lancaster. Works that ball all the way up to Rupenstein. Darien dishing it around. They'll dodge here with Lancaster. Lancaster hesitates, shoots, and saved by Amaro. But that pass deflected, and Amaro's in danger. Running around and shooting and scoring is Darien's number 4, Porter Barnett. Now, what an athletic shot and play there from Darien. Some miscommunication on Greenwich. And here comes Porter. He'll dive, crushed in between two Greenwich players. That was Amaro and Farmer. And Porter puts that one away, staying out of the crease. And all of a sudden, we've got ourselves a tied game with 7:40 to go. So the all too crucial face-off, and it's another ground ball here. It'll be scooped up by the likes of Farmer in favor of the Cardinals. Farmer dishes it off to Brescia. Brescia moves it up top. That's Jake Duda. Duda will settle, wait for his offense to come onto the field. Now this Greenwich Cardinal team has loved to initiate from that midfield position, but here goes Brescia. He'll dish it to Duda. Duda and Brescia working on that right side as Brescia spins up top, shoots and scores! Number 6, the junior Michael Brescia. And you couldn't have done that one better if you drew it up in practice. Brescia runs off the pick, gets separation, and stings it in the bottom right corner. Some miscommunication there on defense, and that's exactly what they're looking for. Now, as I've said many times in this matchup, it's that difference between good and great players. The good ones wait for an opportunity to shoot. The great ones generate separation, generate their own opportunities. Brescia gets his hands free, stings it in the corner, and Greenwich is up 9-8. So it's Colin Zeller now, as Greenwich wins yet another important faceoff. So it's danger here in the middle of the field, shot by the mysterious man, number 12, James Bond. International man of mystery. Greenwich with possession. Looking to work it now, Jimmy Flynn. And pressuring all the way far out, that's Jake Duda. Duda will look to initiate. Dodges to his right, swims to his left. Darien defensemen showing their presence now in the center of the field. As Duda gets his hands free. The slide and switch from Darien. As up top is Brescia, guarded by the short stick. Darien switches him back off. The pick here set up top. And communication on the Darien defense brings that one to bed, but it's Brescia. He'll flip it back over. The time and room shot by Zeller deflected on defense. And it's a scrum in front of the Darien net. And here comes a fast break opportunity for the Blue Wave. Briggs McGuckin streaming down. He'll look to shoot it, and he'll score! Briggs McGuckin, the senior captain, puts one away for the Darien Blue Wave. And here goes Briggs striding down the field, extending the time of this play, and then stepping into that time and room overhand offside hip. Textbook shooting from the senior captain. So we are tied at 9 with just over 5 to go. And it's time for another face-off. Jack Mariska against Lane Critchell. And Critchell will find his way out with it. Greenwich now with the ball on offense. And Greenwich finding success so far in their pick game up top. They have guys who love that time and room shot and only need a second of separation to get it off. As dodging at X, number 12, Mystery Man. That ball knocked out of his stick, and it's loose at midfield. Streaming down the field now, Elliot Lancaster shooting, and a deflection there. Some sticks were thrown in the air. I'm not sure what happened, but that ball bouncing its way up top, still loose. And finally caught by Darien. They'll call a timeout, a possession timeout called by Coach Braymeyer as this game heats up. So with 4 minutes to go, we've got a possession timeout here for the Wave. Now, a little history lesson. If you weren't with us for the first 3 quarters, go and watch them because they were really awesome and cool. But if you don't want to right now, and you're just joining us live, Darien had control of this game basically through the entire first half. They were up 5-1, and then you had a 4-goal streak from Greenwich. Ties it up. They were tied at 6, and they've been back and forth ever since. And this crowd has only grown since that happened. It's a 52-degree night. A little chilly out here at Greenwich. It's a little cloudy too, but it's a perfect night for lacrosse. I want to give a quick mention that you are watching the DAF Media Network. It is a joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation, and it's a pretty awesome club. So if you want to be an announcer or you want to work cameras, if you want to do graphics, we have it all. Come join up. Damien's a really nice guy, and we'll get you set up here because a lot of us are leaving soon for college. Little plug there for DAF. But let's get ourselves back into this game. Both teams making their way back out onto the turf. I don't know if you've heard my voice pick up in this last 2 quarters, but this game has just jumped up in intensity. These are the ones where you love to be out on the field. As Darien with an offensive possession now off the timeout. Barnett will look to initiate off the wing. He dishes it to Rupenstein. Darien getting in their set. They've got 2 on the crease. Trying to generate confusion in the middle of this field. As looking to dodge here, Ryan Thurlow. Thurlow moves it over, the 1-2 up top, and Rupenstein can't quite get it. Good recovery there from the Cardinals. So McGuckin will look to initiate. He's got Rupenstein up top, and he's being hounded by the likes of Adam Kim. Darien just moving it around now. As here goes Porter. Porter looking to dodge. He'll move it towards his left. Head up. Moves it over to Thurlow. It's Ryan Thurlow now at X. Thurlow dodges, rolls to his right. The switch by the Cardinal defense, and Thurlow whips it over to his teammate. Ben Bilodeau now takes it back to his right. Rips it back to Thurlow, and Thurlow has the short stick matchup at X. Now it's Lancaster. Lancaster will look to dodge. Dodges to his right, gets double teamed. Flips to his left, looks back, and good recovery from the Greenwich defense. Porter Barnett now looking to go from this wing. They love that wing dodge here at Darien. It's Barnett now looking to initiate from the top of the box. Over to Thurlow. Thurlow on the quick restart, rolling around, and he'll score! Number 6, the sophomore Ryan Thurlow puts one away, and it's a big one for the Blue Wave. So give credit to Thurlow there, and that's called quick initiation. So Barnett works it down the wing, dishes it to Thurlow. Now instead of settling it and letting his defenseman get set, Thurlow sees an opportunity and kind of almost back cuts his defenseman, gets him a half step right off the jump. Greenwich slow to react on the help, and it results in a goal for the Blue Wave. And Bilodeau jumps that face-off win for the Cardinals and gifts Darien with another crucial possession with just under 2 minutes to go in this one. We've got 1:35 to go. And Bilodeau is getting attacked out there, but he'll hang on to it. So it's McGuckin now, and he'll stream around and score on the empty net. So the Cardinals electing to pressure with just 1:30 to go, down by 1, and the result is an empty net finish here for the senior captain, Briggs McGuckin. So a interesting call there from Greenwich to pull the goalie and double at X. It's something that we have seen, but of course, worst case scenario takes place there. Darien scoring. Now keep in mind, the Cardinals have been very successful off this faceoff. So maybe that quick restart is exactly what Coach Bobby Lutz was looking for off that double team. If Darien scores, they're hopeful they might be able to win it. And it's a 50-50 ball here. Scrapped and fought for and scooped up by Darien. It's Elliot Lancaster now. Streaming down. He'll shoot it and score! Elliot Lancaster, the senior, shows what he's made of here. Off the ground ball on the faceoff, Lancaster tanks 2 checks to the stomach and rips that bouncer, stings it in the top corner. So it's 12-9 now in favor of the Blue Wave, and the Greenwich student section is making their way out of the stadium, greeted by waving goodbyes from the Darien fan section. Not looking good here for the Cardinals as another 50-50 ground ball is fought for and scooped up by Darien. A timeout called by Blue Wave. And celebrations erupting on the sideline. Their lead extended to 3. It's been a hard-fought match on both sides. And with just 49 seconds to go, it seems quite likely that the Blue Wave will run away with this one. So they'll take a quick timeout to consolidate that possession. Darien looking to take no risks on this one. They're going to try and run out this game as fast as possible. And Greenwich certainly going to do everything they can. But it's not looking so good for the Cardinals. Just a few of their student sections staying behind. The loyal ones, don't be like the others, guys. Stay strong. So both teams now breaking huddles and making their way back onto the turf. This is something that both teams practice for. This stall at the end of the game, which can be so crucial when two teams are very close in score. So Darien will start it with Bilodeau. And the Cardinals electing to just place Adam Kim on him, not the double team. Here comes the double. They'll do everything they can. But Darien just passing it around. And driven to the ground. That was McBride. And a big hit delivered by his teammates. Hits on both sides. It's a scrum now. As both sides' teammates will carry their teammates away. So it was hits on top of hits, on top of checks, on top of cross checks. And I'm sure words were spoken that probably weren't very kind. So penalties will be delivered on both sides. Now remember, if you are watching this and you play lacrosse or you're going to play lacrosse, the goal is to never retaliate. You can be hit, you can be cheap-shotted, but you got to trust that the refs are going to call it. It's the retaliation which the refs will never miss, and they'll always call you for it. And that can put your team at a disadvantage. So it's gotten quite a bit chippy here at the end. An unfortunate way to end a pretty exciting matchup. That was a pretty big hit there delivered. That was Luke Caesar. Knocked the other kid's helmet off, but don't do that. It's not kind. So Greenwich will be awarded the possession here off the retaliation from Darien. They'll look to shoot it, but that one will go wide. Just about 18 to go here at Greenwich Stadium. That ball intercepted by the Blue Waves, sent downfield. Sticks flying through the air. And Porter Barnett will run it all the way to the end, and there she goes. Zeros on the time clock, 12-9, your final score in favor of the Blue Wave. Now, for those of you who have just joined us, you missed the game, but it was a pretty great one. Started out really in favor of the Blue Wave. Greenwich crawled their way back in the third and fourth quarter. And then some big goals by Darien late in the day put them out on top. So a quick message to all those watching. You're watching the DAF Media Network, a joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. I'm going to give a final shout out to our DAF crew that's joined me tonight. It's Thomas Airbar on the camera. We got Jason and Eric Bellingham doing stuff behind computers. Cooper Kelly staring at me kind of weird. Damian Andrew, our site supervisor and our club supervisor, great guy. And myself, Ryan Dahlquist. It's been a great night. I'm very happy to have been able to bring you the action here from the Cardinals Stadium. I wish you all a beautiful night. Hopefully you've got something fun planned. If not, you can just chill and watch a movie. I love doing that. I watched one last night. I forget the name of it, but it was really good. Have a great night, everyone. And as always, stay classy, Darien.
Are you enjoying this broadcast? If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network, please help support us with a donation. DAF Media is committed to education and broadcast excellence. Your support allows us to keep bringing you high-quality community programming while giving our student volunteer broadcasters hands-on STEM experiential learning of all parts of computer networking and video production. Your donations help pay for equipment, insurance, transportation, and our award-winning advisor and make these broadcasts possible. To donate, you can scan the Venmo QR code shown here or visit our website at dafmedia.org/donate. The link to donate is also in the description of this YouTube video. For those of you who prefer a more traditional approach, checks can be made payable to DAF Media and mailed to the address shown here. Any donation of $1,000 or more will be recognized as sponsors of our broadcasts for 1 year. Feel free to pause the broadcast to write this down. Thanks for watching and supporting DAF Media.